Come on up here, brother, introduce yourself and do what you do. Y'all hold on too, because we got a great jazz trio about to come up here. They ain't got a gallery man there too. The founder of their jam session, Brother Quinn Mason, saxophonist, y'all, about to come and blow it up. He travels, he just got back from Europe, y'all. He gonna tear up this stage in a little bit. In the interim, once again, I introduce Brother King.
Hey, happy Kwanzaa, everybody. How y'all doing? I can't hear you. Happy Kwanzaa. How y'all doing? All right, my name is Brother King. They call me full name, King Kevin. And I'm here in Atlanta. I'm actually from Fort Lauderdale, so it's a pleasure to be here this evening. And so we're here to celebrate Umoja, unity. Now, I need you guys to do me a favor before I get started. I need everyone to grab $1 out your pocket or purse. You're not gonna give it to me, so don't worry about it. But I need you guys to put out $1. Just one. If you got 100, put it out. But whatever you got in your hands, I need you to put it out. Especially those who are believers, those who believe that they are destined for greatness and all that good stuff. But just hold your purse up, your water up, you don't feel like, Yes, definitely. Now, I need you to put it in the air. Put your dollars in the air. I need you to wave it like you're the next millionaire. All right? Now, straight up. Now, each one of these dollars represent economic power. Because if we support one another, each and every one of us could be multi-millionaires. As a matter of fact, multi-billionaires, if you believe in yourself. My first book is called The Courage to Believe. It's actually this one right here. It has a line in the front representing courage. It's an inspirational autobiography. And I didn't always believe in myself. And so I wrote this book to help brothers and sisters who are struggling with their confidence or actually been through some things. Now, my story, I don't have enough time to really explain, but it's the foundation of everything I've done. Now I have a nonprofit called the Courage to Believe International. We host the chess program. So is there any teachers in the building? Teachers, principals? What's your grade level? Pre-K. Pre-K? Okay. I need to get contact with high school teachers or principals. I'll explain later. And my second book is called The 7 Types of Queens, King's Desire. This book here is a compare and contrast of ancient queens with women of today. This has brought me to London, Haiti, throughout the United States speaking because of this book. And so these dollars you guys are waving, I know you got money to buy one or two of these. That was a joke, y'all missed it. But a little more about me. I'm a full-time marketing director, and I'm heavily involved in my community. So I was able to get off the corporate plantation to come here today to spend some time with you all. And this cup that I have in my hand is a unity cup. It's what I call it. I don't have a wooden cup, but it's a silver cup. And so one of the traditions they do in Kwanzaa, some families, they take the unity cup, the Umoja cup, and they pass it around. They pass the cup around to each individual in the family, and what it represents is that my success is your success. It takes a village to raise a child. Anybody agree with that? And so we all can agree that's not happening today. Families aren't the same anymore because we're missing that unity component. Back in the day, they say 1914, we started with Marcus Garvey. Anybody familiar with Marcus Garvey? Now, Marcus Garvey started UNIA, and he started this organization back in 1914, Universal Negro Improvement Association. Is that correct? Yes. Now, he started in 1914 and had over, some people say 2 million subscribers or followers of Marcus Garvey and his principles, which was very powerful. They believed in the economic power, black power, because they understood that if we support one another, then we don't need Europeans, money, holidays and all that, because we have our own lives and cultures. Now, I want to rewind a little bit further to 1803, but the war started in 1791 with Toussaint Louverture. Anybody heard of Toussaint Louverture? Yeah. Now, I'm Haitian. Now, usually people ask me, what am I? I tell them I'm African-Haitian, because, I don't claim, I was born in Fort Lauderdale, but I don't say African-American. I say African-Haitian. I understand that it's one love, black love. Now, Toussaint Louverture, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Henry Christophe, give you guys a little history, if you guys don't know about the Haitian Revolution. Who knows about the Haitian Revolution? All right, let me ask this now. Since you know about Haitian Revolution, who believes that every black nation owes Haiti thank you? Why is that?
Because they were the first.
We was the first, right? We was the first to tell the Europeans they could take their rules and slavery and shove it you know where. Now this changed the course of history. But the only reason why Tucson, and it wasn't that the Haitians were the only ones that had liberations or revolutions on the plantations or in the country. Jamaica had it, Bahamas had them throughout the U.S. But what made Haiti different back in 1791 was the fact that they worked together. They understood that if you lift your hands up and you close, it becomes a fist. A punch is stronger than a slap. So they was able to unite each other, unite with one another through the leadership of Toussaint Louverture to beat Napoleon Bonaparte, who was considered the greatest military strategist in the world. But guess what? We don't learn about Toussaint Louverture. Why is that? Because he's black. More importantly, it's because he defied the odds and went against the grain and defeated the system that was in place at the time, which was the Atlantic slave trade. If it had not been for the success of the Haitian Revolution, it's my belief that slavery would have continued for maybe another 100 years. Chattel slavery would have continued probably another 200 years. Because in the European minds, they knew that they keep us divided is unity again. The opposite of unity is division, divide. They divide and conquer us. But they understood that if they were to be able to keep us divided, that there would never be another revolution like took place in the Haitian Revolution. So I take it upon myself to study my ancestors. And another thing I wanted to mention is that back in 1779, anyone from Savannah who been to Savannah? Been to Savannah? You know about the Haitian monument there in Savannah? I was speaking there about 2 months ago, not 2 months ago, November, because it's the anniversary. And back in November, I was one of the speakers that spoke from the monument. I've read about it for 10 years. They built it, I believe, in 2012 is when they erected the monument. It cost this group, it's called the Haitian American Historical Society. They're based in Miami. They came up here, they raised $750,000 collectively to build this monument. It's beautiful. It's like 5 soldiers. One of the soldiers, 5 soldiers holding guns, and they have one drummer boy. The drummer boy is Henry Christophe. Henry Christophe was one of the leaders of the Haitian Revolution. He's actually General Toussaint Louverture's lieutenant. Now, he was a drummer boy in 1779 fighting in the American Revolution. The Haitians came here, 545 of them, came here in Savannah to fight for the American Revolution. But guess what? America doesn't even recognize us for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to us to know our history and understand the power of our history, because like Malcolm X said, you don't know who you are whatever they tell you that you are. And so I'm definitely not a believer of that. And you can find more information about my books, or even I wrote a blog and did a video about my trip there to Savannah, which is off the chain. Go to my website, KevinDorival.com, and that's KevinDorival. I do have a few flyers. I'm having a book signing here at the Shrine of Black Madonna, which is not too far from here. So if you see me, give me my flyers or one of my business cards, and definitely check out my books. I have a new book coming out, which could make me, the first multi-millionaire in my family, because I'm a believer of that. Amen. Thank you. It's called The Winner in the Mirror. So people who, like I mentioned earlier, I struggle with confidence. I had a big speech impediment problem, and I really couldn't see a future. But through reading, I was able to see myself in a greater place, which is why our ancestors fought so hard to read. You know what happened to you if you was reading back in the day? You know what I'm saying? And so people like Phyllis Wheatley, Booker T. Washington, who wrote great books, and then countless others. I'm gonna have my book signing for my book, The Winner in the Mirror, and I'm giving a presentation on black authors that paved the way on February 22nd at the Metropolitan Library, which is not too far from it either. So many blessings to you all. Thank you for your time, Umoja. And before I get off this stage, I want you guys to practice something that hopefully you practice it, but I want you to do something before I get on stage and repeat after me. Speak it.
Speak it.
Believe it.
Believe it.
Execute the plan.
Execute the plan.
Amen. Now speak it. Speak your dreams into existence. Keep speaking them until you actually believe in them. Then execute the plan means stick to your goals, no matter what you go through. Know that you have a God inside of you. You are a God and goddess. So anything you think or imagine can manifest and will manifest. Many blessings. Thank you.
Yeah. What's your name again?
Well, you can go to the website. The library event is on February 22nd. This event is February 1st, 2020. Happy New Year's to you all as well.